Well, hi again, it's Ross Nickerson at BanjoTeacher.com. Hope you enjoyed the arrangement of Greensleeves that I just had there for you. It was a lot of fun to play. It was a little tricky to play. The slow intro, I was having a lot of fun playing that. But as you play the quicker part, it's always a bit of a challenge playing on your own without the support of other musicians like the bass and the guitar and stuff like that, and keeping your good tone and good timing all the way through. And I got it done, and I hope you enjoyed it. In keeping with my approach for this next series of monthly lessons, I'm going to be performing songs and then discussing a few things about the way I approached playing the song, or how I might be able to give you some suggestions on how to develop and learn the song without necessarily learning it exactly like the way I played it from tablature. The arrangement that I played is very much based on the arrangement that's in my book, Christmas Music Made Easy for Banjo, and that's how I learned really how to play it, was by making that arrangement for the book and recording it. And then as I played the arrangement and played the song more and more, I started to find some different ways to embellish it and improve on it, but I'm still kind of staying within that same core framework as in the tablature in my book. A good way to approach learning the song would be to first learn the chords. The chords are actually written out in the book, and to at least familiarize yourself with the basic tab arrangement. But I think first you'd want to be able to pick through the song with a simple picking pattern by the chords. The way the melody is played and the way I approach playing the melody for the song on a 5-string banjo is I use the chord inversions of the chord that I'm on that has the melody in most instances on the top string or the first string or high up on the chord. I'll demonstrate that for you a little bit more clearly. Most of the melody can be played on the first string in this song, and that works really well using the different chord inversions to support that. Let me just play the melody for you on the first string, or as much of it as I can get on the first string, and demonstrate that for you. I had to drop down to the second string there, but most of it was there on the first string. The song is in the key of E minor, and that's the first chord of the song. And you play the E minor here, you've got the melody note on the top, like. It's also in E minor. And at this point, the way I played it, I just reached my little finger out to play this melody note, and kept that E minor chord down underneath it below. So. Chord goes to D there, and I'm playing 2 notes of the D chord right there. Do that. Back to E minor. It's an E minor there. It's actually a B7th chord there. Maybe you can play it here. So you can get that open B string, which I like when I play the melody, is the open B string. It's also there on the 3rd string. Maybe the open string sound a little bit better, but you can see that it does follow the chords to the song, with the melody mostly being on the top of the chord or on the first string. And it goes on, and you repeat that part. Back to D. Then tie it up like this. To E minor, which is the key it's in, and it returns to that chord before it goes to the chorus. When it goes to the chorus, the chord is G, and the melody note is actually D, but that's part of the G chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the chord shape, or I'm going to choose the chord shape that has D on the top, so I can go. And I'm just going to play the top 2 notes of that G chord, and then as I work my way down. And the next chord is D, and right now I'm on the top 2 notes of the D chord, and then I drop down to the top 2 notes of this D chord, or this D shape. So if you don't know them already, and you did know your inversions of how to play the top 2 strings and how to play the chords, all the chords up the neck, which we've covered in previous lessons, and of course I have my books and things, that would really make this a much quicker study for you. But if you haven't learned those, you should learn them, and then you'd be able to follow me no problem. So the beginning of the chorus starts on G, down to D, and back to E minor, back to E minor again. That's your B7, I guess. When you pick it, you can leave some of those notes out if you actually strum the chord or try to play the whole thing. That would be a B7 or parts of it anyways. Yeah, there you go. The roll I use in much of this song is a backward-forward roll or a forward-backward roll. That seems to work really well for me for playing melodies in the top string. And it's a roll that I've covered quite a bit in previous monthly lessons, and it's in some of my books, of course, Banjo Encyclopedia, and it's just a roll that sounds like this. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I better slow that down for you. It's just a middle, index, thumb, middle. That's the first 4 notes, middle, index, thumb, middle. And once you've completed those 4 notes, just go thumb, index, middle, thumb. That's the forward part. So backward, forward. The last 4 notes were thumb, index, middle, thumb. And if you played it as a forward-backward roll, you just simply reverse that forward. And you can vary that roll however you need to use it. And you have to vary it some, of course, to get those melody notes up, but that certainly will be a start for you. And one last thought before I wrap this up, and that is the use of quarter notes. And whenever you use a quarter note and learn to time quarter notes and eighth notes correctly and effectively, you can use a quarter note to really bring out a melody note at any time. So, for instance, those are quarter notes here. And by quarter notes, I don't mean playing 2 at the same time. I mean whenever you play a quarter note and then follow it by a roll, it really brings the melody out, and that's a great way to bring melody out. Well, thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the song and that you picked up a few things from the little bit of time that I was able to spend talking about how I approach playing that song, and good luck.